Now to Windsor, Ontario, where hundreds of jobs are in jeopardy as a deal to construct an electric battery plant threatens to fall through. Construction on the Stellantis battery plant is currently at a standstill while talks take place with the provincial and federal governments, with Stellantis eyeing a potential move to Michigan if plans fall through. Natalia Goodwin is here with us now, joining us with more coverage. So Natalia, what do we know so far?
So, Hillary, the mayor of Windsor coming out yesterday saying that he is deeply concerned that hundreds of these jobs that you mentioned there may be going stateside. Now with Stellantis looking at setting up this plant in Michigan, possibly. Now, we do have a quote from the mayor from yesterday. So he says, with each passing day increases the likelihood that Windsor, its workers, residents, and businesses will not receive the commitments made to them. And he goes on to say that it is unacceptable to be shortchanged or forced to accept a scaled-down version to unfulfilled promises by the federal government. So, as you said, negotiations between the federal government, provincial government, and the company have been going on for a couple of weeks now, while part of that construction is at a standstill. Now, this all goes back to a piece of legislation out of the U.S. called the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act. That would provide subsidies for clean energy projects, and it has sort of increased the competition around, where companies might set up shops, which countries they may set up shop in. So it pushed our federal government to give Volkswagen about $13 billion in federal subsidies, and that company is looking to build a plant near St. Thomas, Ontario. So when Stellantis heard that, then they started asking for more money. Stellantis signed its deal with the feds before this act came into effect, so they only received $500 million from the federal government. And the mayor of Windsor is now circulating a petition, Hillary, asking for the federal government to step up here and get this deal signed.
Natalia, of course, provincial and federal officials have invested a lot in this project. So what have they had to say about all of this?
Right. So officials with the federal government were actually in Windsor yesterday for a separate announcement, including the transport minister. He said he can't speak on negotiations as they're on the table, but he was hopeful that a deal will be struck. Here he is on that.
We're confident that we're going to find a way to ensure that the plant will not only will flourish and hire more people from this region, produce more cars, and revitalize the automotive sector here.
And the minister also saying that he wishes the province of Ontario would step up and do its part. The province has been saying all along it has done that. And last week, even Premier Doug Ford saying that he will be throwing more money at this deal, but he didn't commit to a dollar figure at that time. He says an announcement on that is coming soon, Hillary.
Okay, Natalia, thank you for this. Natalia Goodwin for us in Ottawa.